Today on the channel I am reviewing the all-new Eachine E012. When the box first arrived, I knew I was getting a ready-to-fly quadcopter, compliments of Banggood, but what I didn't know was that it was going to be an FPV Wi-Fi version. I was all excited and surprised. I opened it up. And I realized it wasn't. It's just got a light on it. So I would say that although I'll only be doing a review of the Eachine E012 quadcopter without altitude hold mode or a camera or anything like that, it does look like maybe Banggood is going to be coming out with something like that. So either way, we're going to be doing a review of this Eachine E012. If you are new to quadcopters, then you may not be aware that this is a follow-up. Banggood came out with this product this past year. One of the things I didn't like about it was the little dinky transmitter. My hands are not huge hands. I'm not a huge guy, and look at how tiny this thing is. They did put nice grippy thumbsticks on it, but I just wasn't that crazy about how small it was. And now they have released this one much better. So let's go ahead and take a look at what all comes in the package. The package comes with a set of instructions. Just taking a brief look at the instructions, the illustrations are very good. Banggood, with their Eachine products, has been doing an excellent job with their instructions lately, and this is no exception. I mean, it's a straightforward quadcopter, but the instructions are good. If you're brand new, they're excellent. The quadcopter itself is tiny. I mean, just look at the little propellers, very cute. It's really little. You're gonna see when I plug it in, the thing lights up like a Christmas tree, which is also pretty cool. I just like how small it is. Let's compare that to the Eachine E010. This is the Eachine E010. I'll get them facing the same direction right here. And this one is obviously quite a bit smaller. Let's see here, get my hands out of the way. It's quite a bit smaller, and this isn't a big quadcopter either. I mean, this fits in my hand. So they went even smaller. So there's the quadcopter. It did come with a tiny little battery, but it's all covered up, so I can't quite tell. Looks like it's about 150 milliamp battery, I would guess, somewhere around there. Came with this package with the classic USB charger. There's the connector. We're good to go there. And not quite sure why I'm taking these out of the package, but 4 tiny little spare props. Also comes with this transmitter. I like that it's bigger, just a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit easier to hold on to. Obviously not spring loaded, so there's no altitude hold on this quadcopter. I prefer that, but that's just because I love to fly. 2 bumper buttons on top, trim buttons right here, and that's it. And then each stick clicks down. One is for rate modes, one is for flips, and then this is headless and return to home, which I don't ever use those. So that's the transmitter, that's the quadcopter. Let's show you how it flies, and then we'll give you an opinion of what we think of it. Battery is fully charged. One of the things that I did want to show you is if you try to slide this battery in and then plug it in, there is no room. Like you can't get it plugged in. So to get it plugged in, plug it in first. That powers it up, and then slide the battery in like that. So like I said, the thing lights up. It's got a blue light on the front, a red light on the back, green lights on the side, and then this blinding headlight. To connect it, power the quadcopter first, set it down. Now it goes to a slow blink. It's calibrating. Turn on the transmitter, go to full throttle, closed, and it's ready to go. It's just so cute. All right, let's go for a flight. It is really tiny, so I'll bring it a little bit closer to the camera, but it does fly really well. I'm getting a little bit of drift, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to land it and then try and calibrate. The way that you calibrate is you take both sticks and hold them both down to the right. And then it calibrates it. Let's see if it flies a little better. Add just a tiny bit of right trim. Might be that that table wasn't level, but there you go. So, flies really nice. Getting just a little drift, so I'm using some of these trim buttons there. That's hands off right there. The throttle is a little touchy. Let me take it away so you can see how much power it has. That's full punch out. Bring it back. Alright, let's try, this is the first rate. This is the second rate. And the third rate. Alright, let's fly around a little bit. You can see that headlight, which is really cool. When it points right at you, it's really blinding. It flies pretty quick. It's just a perfect little house flyer. And let me show you one of the things that I do love about this quadcopter. Fly it into the curtain. It just keeps flying because it's got those prop guards. We can even take it and bounce it off the wall and it'll still keep flying. It got shaken up a little bit, but it stays in the air. You can recover. So let's try flip. Lots of drop on a flip. Let's try that one more time. Yeah, there's just quite a bit of drop on a flip. So if you get it going up and then flip it, it does good. But if you flip it from level, it drops quite a bit. So you want to kind of punch it up and then flip it. There we go. So flips are okay. One of the things I want to show you is what happens when it gets a little breeze. So right now it's about 4 or 5 feet away from me, maybe 3 feet. I'm going to blow it. Watch this. You see it shake? That was just me blowing at it. So it's not an outdoor flyer, but it's a lot of fun inside. Try to keep it lower here. There we go. Get another look at that blinding headlight. The last thing I want to do is see what happens when I turn the transmitter off. So let's go ahead and put it in the air. I'll turn off the transmitter and let's see what happens when it loses its signal. Transmitter is off. And it just landed on its own. So that's kind of a cool feature. So final thoughts on this quadcopter. First thing that I would say is I really like the transmitter. I love the size. It's really fun how tiny this little quadcopter is, and the performance seems to be fairly good. It controls really well, and I like that it has 3 different rates. By the way, what I didn't show on camera is that the rates also affect the yaw. So as you increase the rates with the left click, the rate on the yaw, which is the spin, will also increase. And that was fine too for flying. It was able to keep up with everything that I was throwing at it. I love the prop guards. You can bang it into the wall, which makes it a great beginner quadcopter. If you're not very good at flying, it makes a great house quadcopter. I actually like the fact myself that it doesn't have an altitude hold, but hopefully they're going to come up with that option in the future. Like I said, I think they may be doing an FPV version of this thing that'll connect to your phone via Wi-Fi, which would be nice. Battery life isn't too bad at all. We got several minutes of good flight. The disadvantage is that it's very difficult to plug the battery in to that little battery port. I showed you that that was a little tricky. And also, it doesn't have a lot of great punch out. So I don't know that this is a very good candidate for putting a little camera on. I bet you someone's going to do it. I mean, these guys are amazing, some of the guys that are out there. But I think you're going to probably need a different battery with more punch to be able to do it, because on my full throttle punch out, it didn't take off like I thought it would. With that said, this is an excellent little beginner quadcopter. And so if you already have a bunch of quadcopters, it's just kind of a neat little novelty. You'll probably want to check it out yourself. If you don't have a quadcopter, might I suggest that this is the perfect place to begin. It's extremely affordable. It's really cheap. It's well under $20. I think I got this in about 2.5, 3 weeks from China. So it doesn't take too long to come. Charge time is 20 minutes on this little battery. Flight time, 5 to 7 minutes. Probably a lot closer to 5 than 7. But it's durable. It's excellently durable. So this one is, once again, a thumbs up.